All right, so today I'm going to be working on the square body, and if you haven't seen that video, check out the video. Kind of on an impulse purchase, I bought a square body Chevrolet K10. It's an 84, and I love it. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the truck yet, but the first thing I'm going to do is try to clean it up and get it pressure washed down. Going to kind of start on one panel and see what happens, and then if I like what I'm seeing, or maybe I won't like what I'm seeing, I'm going to keep going. But let's get into it. Let's get this thing cleaned up. All right, so here's the truck, and I think this is the panel that we're going to experiment on, is this front quarter panel, and not in very well. It's rubbing on the door, which made me kind of look at it, investigate it a little bit, and there's no fender bolts there, but you know, that's okay for now. But what I'd like to do is just hit this with a pressure washer and then some 400 grit sandpaper, and see what kind of difference I can make in how this panel looks. And I think I have at least a hunch or a theory that I can make it look a lot better. So took this light off. Things had it. Seen its better days. And inside there, the light cavity, or whatever you want to call that, was just an old rag stuffed in there. I don't really know why that was in there. But yeah, old nasty rag. So it's funny what you find in these old trucks, these old cars. But anyways, I want to get the pressure washer out. I'm going to hit this panel. I'm just going to do this panel for now, just to see how it kind of looks and see if I can make a difference in the overall appearance of the truck. Because if I like the way the fender turns out, then I will do the whole truck, and that's going to take a minute, but it'll be worth it, because it'll all be one color, and at least it'll stop all the surface rust that's starting to form, particularly on the hood and the roof up there. I know you can't see that, but you saw it in the intro video. So it also gives me a chance to hit these inner fender wells, and I don't think you can see this side, but well, yeah, you can a little bit, but pretty rusty, pretty dirty, and just needs to be cleaned up. Just needs some attention. So let's see what we can do. All right, so I've got this fender sprayed down, and what I'm using here is Easy Off Cleaner Degreaser. I'm going to let that soak in, and then I'm going to hit it with the pressure washer. And I got the tire soaked down as well. I think I can make those tires look a lot better than what they do. And I sprayed under here. It didn't seem to do too much. I think I need to put a little more on. But I'm going to let this sit, pressure wash it, and then see what it looks like. Okay, so about 10 minutes of pressure washing, and that gave me kind of this, I actually think that looks so cool. So it does look like it probably had some kind of rattle can spray paint already. And this is, the pressure washer peeled it off, and then there you can see the factory color of this truck. Much brighter red than that, but wow, what a difference. I can't believe how much dirt that took off. I mean, just look at the tire. Look at that. This is what the tire looked like before. So that's what it looked like before. That's before. And then after, right here. So, man, a little bit of muscle and sweat equity in this thing, and man, she's cleaning up. All right, taking a break from pressure washing, and good news, you can see some water obviously got in here from the pressure washing, but good news and bad news. Good news is the floors are solid, as I thought they were. They had these things literally self-tapped with these gigantic self-tappers. I don't know, that's not even a self-tapper, that's just a screw, but giant screws, and there was a ton of them in there. So I had to get those off to be able to see what I'm working with underneath. And again, good news, the floors look great, both floors. I'll show you that side in a second. Bad news is this rocker, I think, is gone. So kind of saw the indications of it right there. And when you pull back the weather stripping, you can see it's just pretty rusty, and I will probably need to replace that. But honestly, it really looks like just one rocker and then two cab corners, because that one's bad there. And on the driver's side, same thing, cab corner. And but this rocker looks really good. Just needs to be cleaned out. But whoop, maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe just a little bit of rust right there, but that's fixable without having to replace the panel. And the floors over here, they're dirty, but they're good. They're solid floors, and that's good news. So there it is, one rocker panel, I think, and 2 cab corners, and that's going to be about the extent of the replacement panels that I'm going to have to do. And I haven't really got into these door bottoms yet to see how they are, but I want to take these panels off and look into the, look at the door bottoms. They feel good, but not sure yet. So I did find, I'd already found $1, and now I've got 30 more cents right there. So I'm $1.30 up so far. All right, so we went ahead and pressure washed the whole truck, and up there on the roof helping me out was my wife, if you can believe that. She got pretty soaked doing that, but she loves the pressure wash, so she jumped right in and gave me a hand, which is very shocking, but she likes to help out, and she's supported this project from the beginning, so I'm lucky there. So I want to just walk around the truck real quick and just kind of show you what the pressure washing did. And you just start learning new things. Like, there was a lot of red paint in here, and I want to reuse these pieces because they're pretty expensive. And I did really well getting a lot of that red paint off there. What's left, I think, will be pretty easy to sand out. I do not think that this grill is salvageable because I'm missing the mounting tabs on both sides here, and then also over here, and it just makes the grill stick out, and it's just real brittle plastic, probably the original grill. And I showed you this before in the intro video, but headlights full of water there. Bumper looks great, got big plans for that thing. Hood tan, this side over here. So some of these panels have what appears to me to be the original red paint underneath it, like the doors. And this fender, the other fender, is more orange underneath, so I don't know if that's an original fender or not. Tires cleaned up pretty good. This side kind of got a little overspray on it, I think, but overall, really clean. Not clean, you know what I mean. It cleaned up. I'll tell you what really cleaned up well was the bed. Let me show you the bed. So if there is a part of this truck that survived, man, it is this bed. This thing is really nice. Golly, looks great. Tailgate, obviously not original, but it's in rough shape, but I'm very confident we can salvage this pretty easy. Just got to do some sanding and work on it. All right, kind of more of the same over here. The roof definitely needed the most work and had some interesting paint colors come through when we hit it with the pressure washer. But there it is. Took a lot of dirt off of this truck just by pressure washing it, and obviously took some of the paint off as well. And like I said, once you start working with your project vehicle like this, you just start learning about it, and you start noticing things, like the doors aren't the proper gap there. The hood is not the proper gap there. And those are, I'm not going to say easy things to fix, but fixable. And you just start kind of noticing all these things. And certainly, like over here, the hood sticks out too far there, and it's raised up on this side. So little things like that you just learn when you start doing stuff like this to it, and start getting just start getting familiar with it. All right, so that was a big job done. The pressure washing in the truck is it's good and bad. It's bittersweet in some ways. Didn't find anything that I wasn't kind of already expecting or already knew about, but what I did confirm, obviously, is that the truck's been spray painted, rattle can spray painted, and a lot of that came off with the with the pressure washing, and then revealed the color underneath. And on the hood, it's tan. I got one fender that's kind of orange, and then the rest of the truck is red, which I know is the original color of the truck. I'm very happy with the floor pans, that I don't have to repair those, because those are, they're not hard. It's not the end of the world to do the floors, but it's a pain to do them, and I'm just glad I don't have to mess with that. So I got the one little rust area on the rocker, and then the cab corners. I'm very happy with the way the bed looks. Bed is really straight, and the tailgate is you know, the tailgate's all right. So it's obviously not the original tailgate, but it's got a couple of dings in it, some rust on it. I think we can clean it up. It's pretty salvageable, in my opinion, without having to go spend. I think new ones are a couple $100, so I don't want to spend that kind of money on a tailgate. So now I kind of have to decide what I want to do with the truck, and I'm not really sure, honestly, 100%. I think phase one is to get it, because it is running and driving, phase one is to get it sanded down, painted one color, and I know I'm kind of doing this in reverse order, but I really want it to be one color, and I think it will look a lot better with, you know, just a, I think what I'm going to go with is a cheaper automotive grade kind of paint and primer, and do like a flat black. Now I know that's going to show all the imperfections in it, and I'm not fixing the imperfections before I paint it. This is just kind of a temporary, let's get it all one color, let's make it look better type venture. So I think that's where I'm going to start, and included with that is going to be making sure the brake lights work, you know, all the lenses and all the headlights and the parking lights. Hell, it doesn't even have front blinkers, they're missing. So I've got to get some of those, I've got to get all those parts, make sure all my, you know, all those basic things work, turn signals, headlights, that kind of stuff, brake lights, and make sure all that stuff works, replace what I need to replace, and then get it painted one color, and at least I can drive it around and have some fun with it. And also have to fix the front windshield because it's got a crack in it too, so I've got to replace that. So a lot of work to do. Not really sure, again, where this fits in. It doesn't really fit in right now, but the truck is definitely distracting me from what you see right above me is the rear end on the Camaro. So I'm not abandoning that project. I'm not going to give up on the Camaros. I love that car, and I'm going to keep working on that. I just think I'm going to probably work on the truck and the Camaro kind of at the same time and see how that goes, and I guess see which one holds my interest more, I guess. So the interior of the truck is horrible. It kind of has a smell to it. The seats are bad, the dash is bad, the door panels, but all that will come at a later time because that's kind of cosmetic stuff, and I can live with it and drive it around and have some fun with it while, you know, and I can fix all that stuff later. So at least for now, I think that's the plan with the truck, is to get it all one color, get it street legal, which means fixing all the lights and getting a new windshield. And I'm going to put new shocks on it as well, because the shocks that it has on it don't have any bushings. And I think that's it for what I'm going to call phase one of this truck. I don't know exactly where this truck is going to go or where we're going to go together with the truck, but that's phase one, and that's the project plan so far. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate you checking out the video. I really like that truck. Let me know what you guys think. Any ideas on the paint, because I really want to make it all one color, and I don't want to do all the body work yet. All that stuff's going to come later, and if I have to repaint a section or a panel, I can. But I just want to get it all one color and go from there. So any tips, tricks, ideas you guys might have, let me know. Thanks for checking out the video. Really appreciate your support, and as always, thanks for watching.